This is Top Accolade Global News Update. I am Abiodun Muhammad. The United States carried out a military operation that killed a senior Islamic State leader in Syria on Monday, U.S. Central Command CENTCOM said on Tuesday, the latest blow to a group that once struck fear across the Middle East. Khalid Aydd Ahmad al-Jabouri was responsible for planning Islamic State attacks in Europe and developed the leadership structure for the group, the statement said. The Islamic State controlled swathes of Iraq and Syria at the peak of its power in 2014 before being beaten back in both countries. The group is estimated to have 5,000 to 7,000 members and supporters spread between Syria and Iraq, roughly half of them fighters, a UN report said in February. No civilians were killed or injured in this strike, CENTCOM said, adding that the group continues to represent a threat to the region and beyond. The UN report said the threat posed by the Islamic State and its affiliates to international peace and security was high in the second half of 2022 and had increased in and around conflict zones where it has a presence. Late last year, Islamic State announced it had appointed a previously unknown figure, Abu al-Hussein al-Husseini al-Qurayshi, as its leader after the previous leader was killed in southern Syria. The battle for Bakhmut is not over and Ukraine is still fighting hard for the town, according to a White House official. John Kirby, a spokesperson for the United States National Security Council, told reporters on Monday that Ukrainians have not been repulsed from the city, adding that an additional assistance package for Ukraine could be expected this week. His remarks came hours after Ukraine also said that Russian forces were very far from capturing Bakhmut and that fighting raged around the city administration building where the Wagner group of mercenaries claimed to have raised the Russian flag. Earlier on Monday, the Wagner group, which has led the assault for Bakhmut, claimed it had captured the city's town hall. Russia's defense ministry has not confirmed it has full control of the city. The fight for the industrial city of Bakhmut has become the longest and bloodiest battle of Russia's year-long assault on Ukraine. Most of Bakhmut's pre-war population of approximately 70,000 people fled to the town in 2022. Ukrainian troops say it is hard to say how many civilians still remain in Bakhmut, with estimates ranging from 1,000 to 5,000. Taliban forces have killed 6 members of the ISIL armed group ISIS in Afghanistan's northern Balkh province during an overnight raid, a Taliban spokesman said on Tuesday. The raid comes as the Taliban rulers crack down on the regional affiliate of the ISIL group, known as the Islamic State in Khorasan province, ISKP, which has carried out several deadly attacks in recent months, killing dozens, including Balkh governor Mohammed Dawood Muzamil last month. According to Mohammed Asif Waziri, a spokesman for the police chief in Balkh, the operation late on Monday night targeted an ISIL hideout in Nari Shai district. 6 members of the armed group were killed. He added, Muzamil was known for his resistance to ISIL in the area. The group has emerged as the biggest security threat to the Taliban, which took over Afghanistan in August 2021 after US-led foreign forces withdrew after 20 years of war. A blast in January killed at least 5 people and injured dozens at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as employees streamed out of the building at the end of their workday. The ISIL group has also claimed other recent attacks in Kabul, including a bombing near a checkpoint at the city's military airport that killed and wounded several people, and also an assault on a Kabul hotel in mid-December. At least 1 person was killed and 30 were injured, many seriously, when a passenger train carrying about 50 people derailed in the Netherlands after hitting construction equipment on the track. The accident took place in the village of Voorschoten, about 55 kilometers south of the capital, Amsterdam, at 3:30 a.m. According to broadcaster NOS. 2 of the double-decker train's 4 carriages were derailed, with the AMP news agency reporting a fire in the rear carriage that was later extinguished. Images from the scene showed a front carriage that landed on the field, while a second flipped on its side. NOS cited a spokesperson for the Holland-Midden security region, saying there were many victims. Several ambulances and a helicopter were deployed to take seriously injured passengers to hospital. It was initially reported the accident happened after the passenger train collided with a cargo train, but Dutch Railways later announced the passenger train had run into a construction crane that was on or near the track. Donald Trump, the ex-president and frontrunner to be Republican nominee in 2024, will appear in court on Tuesday and is said to be formally charged, fingerprinted, and have a mugshot taken in a watershed moment ahead of next year's presidential election. Trump was indicted last week, becoming the first sitting or former president to face criminal charges over a case involving a 2016 hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels. He has said he is innocent and is due to plead not guilty. Trump will turn himself in on Tuesday amid tight security as demonstrations were expected for and against the man who has riled liberals and some global allies but is lauded by many white, blue-collar and conservative Christian voters. The arraignment, where Trump will be in court to hear charges and have a chance to enter a plea, was planned for 2:15 p.m. on Tuesday. Trump's lawyers opposed videography, photography, and radio coverage, saying it would exacerbate an already almost circus-like atmosphere around this case, detracting from dignity and decorum. Judge Yuan Machan, late on Monday, ruled that 5 photographers will be admitted before the arraignment starts to take pictures for several minutes until they must stop, with cameras allowed in the hallways of the building. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Tuesday.